friends, this is Lana with Lana Belana Design for Spellbinders, and welcome to my channel. Now, Spellbinders has just released something very special, and it's hiding in this box. If you would like to find out what's inside, stay tuned because we'll be unboxing all these goodies. You can imagine my excitement when I first opened this box. There's a lot of cool stuff like this wax seal powder. There is silver and gold and they're absolutely phenomenal. Once you put them on that wax seal, trust me, it will not rub off. The next thing Spellbinders release were these rub-ons, and they match this perfect set of wax seal stamps, and these are like a beautiful little miniature paintings, very famous reproductions. Let me show you this again. So many beautiful things, and again they perfectly match the wax seal stamps that come with coordinating dies. And in these boxes I have something very special as well. This is a glass mat for your wax seals. I'm just gonna open it up real quick, and I have to tell you that this clear mat is so beautifully and carefully packed in that box. Now, there is one specific thing that you need to pay attention to, and this is really important. This mat comes with this foil, or plastic foil I should say. You see how this peels off? So please don't forget to remove this film before you use this board. This plastic is going to melt and you are not going to like the results. You're going to create one big mess. So make sure you remove that plastic film before you use the board. And here is the star of the show. And this is a clear maker tool. It comes with 6 small sticks or clear sticks, but you can always buy extra clear sticks, and this is the big pack of clear sticks, and they come in a pack of 20. And now let's unpack this tool and see how it works. And here is the clear seal tool. It has high and low temperature. However, I found out that high and low is actually not really high and low. It's on and off button. I think that was probably mishap on Spellbinder's part, or I might have also received a trial perhaps tool. I'm not sure. This will have to be checked with Spellbinders. What you need to do first is plug in the tool for a few moments to heat up, and then just simply insert a glue stick. Now you are going to continue pretty much on feeding this heat tool. It pretty much works like a glue gun, which I'm pretty sure that you all have worked with, but I do not suggest you use these fabulous clear sticks for gluing. Can you do it? Yes. Would you want to do it? Absolutely not. These clear sticks are truly clear and absolutely beautiful, so please don't waste them for gluing. Now I am going to use these awesome, phenomenal wax seal stamps. I am so crazy about these wax seals, and I am also going to put these rub-ons to the test. You will get 2 sheets of these beautiful little rub-on stickers. Now, I did make a mistake. I think I did. And this is because I never read instructions. I usually and normally just simply do things rather than reading the instructions. Who needs that, right? So what I'm gonna do here first is cut a couple of pieces. It doesn't matter whichever ones you get or pick. This is just going to be a trial. I want to see how this works, and I'm gonna pick these beautiful flowers here. So I'm gonna put a square one right in there and an oval. I think the oval is going to go on the bottom because they can't really fit next to each other. And for die cutting, I am using Platinum Scout die cutting machine. Now let's take a look. It cut through the pieces so beautifully without any issues. Now here is the problem. You can see that my stickers actually got removed from that paper, and I am going to see if I can salvage this. The first thing that I am going to do is create some seals. I'm going to simply squeeze clear sticks right on the mat and then use my oval stamp and simply stamp. Next, you want to allow this for a few moments to dry or set before you pull it off. While my oval wax is cooling down, I am also going to pour yet another blob of clear seal right there on the mat and use this square stamp and simply stamp. Now let's check this out. Okay, comes off with a little force in a sense. It's not that bad, but look at this seal. I have never ever seen a seal this clear. This is fabulous. I am beyond astonished by this. I can't begin to tell you how long I have been searching for clear seals. It's been a while, let me tell you, and I work with wax seals all the time. So trust me when I tell you that it's so hard to find such perfectly clear sticks. This is absolutely beautiful, and I really have to give one big huge bravo to Spellbinders. Now, I tried separating this little sticker or rub off from the paper, and as you can see, this just kind of simply fell apart and got attached onto that cardstock that it came in, and I cannot separate it, but I am not going to throw it away. What I am going to do is use my trustworthy liquid adhesive. This is Art Glitter Glue. I'm just going to put it a little bit on the center of that seal and simply glue the flower. You see, you can always salvage anything in your craft room. You don't have to throw things away. And look how pretty this looks. Absolutely beautiful. Now, my little painting there on the left got a little bit damaged. So what I am going to do is cut yet another rub on, and I am just going to position it right there in the middle of that stamp and just use my bone folder and rub that little painting directly on the seal. Then simply remove the protective film and let's take a look. Look how perfect that is. Now I'm going to get a pair of scissors and just trim off the edges. I want my seals to look perfectly shaped, either square or oval, and this is the easiest way to achieve that look. And here it is. I think this looks absolutely beautiful. Next, I'm going to use this gold wax seal powder and apply it to the edges of the seal. Now, this powder is not really powdery, if that makes sense. And it is not like your eyeshadow either. It is a much stiffer consistency, which is a good thing because that way you're not going to end up with a lot of powder. You're just going to have just enough to cover your seals. And you can use this applicator that comes with the powder, and you can really apply as much or as little as you want. If If you want this gold to be even more intense, just simply rub a little bit more of that gold over it and you will get a more intense look. Now let me show you how this turned out. Absolutely perfect. It looks like a real painting. I am going to do the same thing to my oval seal. I am going to trim off the edges first. This time I am going to use the silver powder and apply it all around on the edges of the seal, just like I previously did with the gold frame. And let me show you how this turned out. Look how perfect these two seals look. Now these are truly a piece of art. And now I am going to try something a little bit different. For this little project, I'm going to use this mini 3D wax seal stamp called Superstar. Now, do you remember all those little cutouts and shavings or extras from those clear sticks? Well, I saved them all and I put them in a wax seal warmer to remelt them and see if I could actually reuse them. I don't necessarily like to waste things, always trying to find a way to use my supplies the best that I can. Now, I can see that this did not melt as good as it should. That is okay. I'm still going to give it a try and see if I could still make an impression with a wax seal stamp, and it seems to be going okay. I'm going to allow this to cool down for a few moments and we'll check the results in a second your time. Now let's see how this turned out, and you know what? We have a great impression here. I'm just gonna get rid of this little leg here that it's extra, and that looks great. Next, I'm gonna use that same gold powder and color in the star as well as the rim around the star. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. I accidentally left a fingerprint on that seal. You can clearly see it, and what I am going to do is put that seal back on the same spot and simply use a lighter to melt a little bit of that seal until I lose the fingerprints. Let that set for a few moments and take a look at this. No fingerprints left on the seal. Now, isn't that a great tip? And now let's see how these beauties turned out. Look at them. I absolutely love them. The trick to this technique is to allow those clear sticks to melt well. Now, I don't recommend the electric warmers because they're not hot enough. I think for these clear sticks to actually melt well would be an actual candle. So that would be the best way. Now, these are the two wax seals that I made using rub-ons, and they're absolutely beautiful. I am so beyond pleased with this brand new release from Spellbinders. My affiliate links are down below. Feel free to use them and ask any questions that you may have. Thank you, Spellbinders, and thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.